just want to vent for a second. I just finished my Fruity Pebbles for lunch. Fun fact about me is that I'm a toddler in some of my cereal preferences, and I absolutely love cereal. Anyway, I just need to vent. And this is not meant to be a political post. We don't do politics here. But here's the thing. We've lived as expats, my husband civilian supporting the government for the last more than 10 years. And we've done the back and forth thing multiple times. We know how it goes. It's not our first rodeo. And there's a lot of paperwork, a lot of hoops to jump through because you got all the people on this side and all the people on that side and the people that get you between the places. So you typically, you start by choosing your date and then you work back from there. So we picked our date in December, which was like 6 months ago. Everything was going really smoothly until the new administration put a hiring freeze and a freeze on all the funds with the government. So, and I get it, again, not meant to be political here. And I get the desire to want to trim fat from the budget and all of that. No problem with any of that. My problem comes with this blanket approach that we're going to just freeze all things. So there's a lot of good people, good employees, good, not that not all people are not good, but it's affecting a lot of people that it shouldn't be affecting, right? We are a perfect example of Americans living overseas. We've done our 5 years that we signed up for. It's been amazing. We've decided to go back. That is our right. And it is our right to have the government pay for our move because that's part of the contract that we signed. It is our right for my husband to have his return rights honored to the place where he works there. And yet here we are. We were supposed to be moving home in a matter of months. And that's another piece that folks don't always realize. You can say, I'm moving home on such and such date. And that doesn't mean that that's the day you move out of your house, right? That doesn't mean that that's the day you just pack up and get on the plane. Again, you work back from that. So in our head, okay, you have to be out of your house 30 days in advance. You have to pack up your stuff before that, like a moving company comes in. When you have a house like this, you have to take several days to pack it up. So you've got this overlap where you're in an apartment or a hotel. You're trying to get all the moving parts to line up with each other so that the day when it comes, you get on the plane and all the paperwork lines up. Not to mention that you have to give notice to turn off your cell phone here, to your landlord to move out of your house. And in Germany, 90 days is standard. Now, yes, can we get around that? Yes. But do we need to, want to? Is it courteous? No. But yeah, here we are. We are supposed to be moving out of this home next month. And we have no papers, no orders. Everything is frozen, just piling up in paperwork on someone's desk. So now we're waiting on an exemption, which will allow us to get around and proceed without the money freeze being lifted. Apparently, this has to be signed by the Secretary of the Navy, who is a businessman, billionaire, who's never served in the armed forces at all. That's for another day. But I think it's not just us that it's affecting. It's affecting so many people in similar situations to us. And these blanket remedies that are being enforced aren't necessarily in the best interest of all the people. And I get that, there's too many to go case by case, but there's got to be a better way than freezing everything and making everything stop for us to. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Walter the cat is coming in to sit beside me and, yeah, ending on a happy note.